Hey friends, Domingo here. It's month 12. I made it. I wanted to do this for a year. I'll start my timer. I wanted to do this for a year, each month reading YouTube ads, real YouTube ads that are marketed to me as I'm waiting to see my video on guitar gear or my cat videos. Or lately I've been looking at cars, electric cars. I'm fascinated by that. So looking at that stuff. But these are real ads that are marketed to me. So let's begin. Let's read this stuff. Month 12. Yay. I made it to a year. Let's not let that undersell. Let's not undersell that. Okay, I'm proud of myself. Okay, now it's time to step up. The first one is Panera Bread, and I saw this ad, and I paused it, and I started transcribing it, and I found it. So this particular campaign, this particular ad is on YouTube. So I just type in Panera Bread and new sausage and pepperoni flatbread pizza. It's a 15-second ad. It's a female voiceover, and she is young. Sounds like college student age, and maybe that's appropriate because that's the demographic, college student. I know a lot of people. Panera's done their research, and I'm sure they get a bunch of different demographics and age range. But this particular campaign seems aimed at the younger generation. So, I'm not the younger generation, but I'm going to try and embody that youthfulness, that fun, that younger sound. Let's look at the script together. Panera Bread with clean, fresh ingredients. And after the word ingredients, I put a little up symbol there because she does a little bit of an upspeak there with clean, fresh ingredients. And the whole concept of upspeak is polarizing. I was in a voiceover workshop a few weeks ago, and I wasn't the instructor. I was just kind of participating and observing and listening. And the coach didn't like the upspeak that the talent was reading, and so she said, "Oh, don't do that. Correct it." And okay, great, correct it. But keep in mind, younger people tend to talk like that, and I'm not saying that you should change the way you talk, but just be aware of it. Coincidentally, the two scripts that I'm reading today have upspeak in them. And that's what went to air. And so I don't know that the coach that I listened to would approve of that. But in this Panera spot, she said, with clean, fresh ingredients, she lifted like that. And so I don't want you to sound like a valley girl, but just be aware. Try it. And if it resonates with you, great. If it feels icky, then don't do it. I'm not suggesting you change your voice, but be a student, perpetual student. I want to talk about that. As a matter of fact, I want to make a note, perpetual student. I made a note here. I want to talk about perpetual student before this one is done. With clean, fresh ingredients, upspeak, Panera's new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread is a mouth-watering explosion of yes. And so there's a lot of the word yes in here. Craft, yes. Heartiness, yes. Double exclamation mark. The third line, living life to the flavorfullest. Heck yes. So this is a list. A list is typically 3 things or more. Craft, yes. Heartiness, yes. Living life to the flavorfullest. Heck yes. She went kind of smaller with the third one. Instead of yes, yes, yes. She went yes, yes, heck yes. So there's dynamics involved. It made for a little bit more of an interesting read. Panera, live your yes. So I underlined live your yes. That's the way she read it. And I thought, I like that. That inflection cadence. You could go live your yes or live your yes. There are different ways to read those 3 words, but the way she read it, Panera, live your yes. Now $1 delivery. Now $1 delivery. And she didn't super rush that bottom line. She like a movie trailer. In theaters tomorrow. In theaters Friday. She didn't go now $1. I can't even do it. Now $1 delivery. She went now $1 delivery. So I'm going to be aware of that. So again, I'm not going to try and sound like a college student. I don't sound like I'm in my 20s, but I'm going to still try and sound youthful and fun and embody that. So would I be cast for a Panera campaign? Well, probably not this one. Again, they were going for the younger demographic. But people my age, I'm 51, people my age eat there too. So I've seen them. With clean, fresh ingredients, Panera's new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread is a mouth-watering explosion of yes. Craft, yes. Heartiness, yes. Living life to the flavorfullest, heck yes. Panera, live your yes. Now $1 delivery. So this is a 15 and it moves fast. There's not a whole lot of breaks going on here. So let's just stay connected to the youthful, fun. Well, I'll just say fun. We're all young at heart. So, and we all love food. I love food. I'm going to keep that in mind. Heartiness, yes. With clean, I'm going to change my camera. With clean, fresh ingredients, Panera's new chicken sausage and flatbread, Panera's new chicken sausage and Panera's new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread is a mouth-watering explosion of yes. Craft, yes. Heartiness, yes. Living life to the flavor fullest, heck yes. Panera, live your yes. Now $1 delivery. Let's try it again. This feels good. With clean, fresh ingredients, Panera's new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread is a mouth-watering explosion of yes. Craft, yes. Heartiness, yes. Living life to the flavor fullest, heck yes. Panera, live your yes. Panera, live your yes. Now $1 delivery. My temptation is to go, Panera, live your yes. Now $1 delivery. You know, I like to spit out that bottom line. I got to stop myself from doing that. Panera, live your yes. Now $1 delivery. So again, my instinct is to spit out that last line, in theaters Saturday, in theaters Friday, streaming now. And I need to kind of remember, don't spit out that last line as fast as I think I should. Panera, live your yes. Now $1 delivery. Let's try it for real. Lucky sip of coffee. 2 lucky sips. With clean, fresh ingredients, Panera's new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread is a mouth-watering explosion of yes. A little too much explosion on explosion. Explode. A little too big on explosion. With clean, fresh ingredients, Panera's new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread is a mouth-watering explosion of yes. Craft, yes. Heartiness, yes. Living life to the flavor fullest, heck yes. Panera, live your yes. Now $1 delivery. Yeah. Okay, I feel good about that. I'm going to leave that. Yeah, there are different ways you can read this, but I'm going to leave that one. Okay, the second one I chose, Toyota Venza. So in my 12 months of doing this, never have I seen an ad so repeatedly. For whatever reason, the YouTube algorithm wants me to buy this Toyota Venza. Because I in the last week and a half, I've seen this ad easily over a dozen times. And I know they come up at random, or maybe not random really, but YouTube knows that I'm looking at cars and SUVs and things like that. So I have seen this Toyota Venza ad so many times, and it exists on iSpot TV. It's not on YouTube currently, but iSpot.tv, if you ever want to look for it, Toyota Venza. It's called Dear Freedom, Onward. And one of the reasons that this particular ad catches my ear is that the music that they chose to play underneath it reminds me of a Led Zeppelin song called Trampled Underfoot from the Physical Graffiti album. If you look at this spot on iSpot.tv, maybe I'll even put the link to the ad in the description. If you're a Zeppelin fan, it's a little bit of a deep cut. Let me know if you think that the music sounds like that. And to my ear, it's almost as if they said to the session musicians, we need a song that sounds like Led Zeppelin, Trampled Underfoot. Obviously, we can't clear that, but give me a 15-second music bed that sounds like that. There's even a drum fill in there, an accelerated snare drum fill that is almost the exact same fill that John Bonham plays in the song. All right, so that's me nerding out about this. Who gets so excited about YouTube commercials? Me. Toyota Venza. Oh, by the way, also Steve French is a voiceover colleague. I don't know him personally, but I'm connected with him on LinkedIn. And Steve French did a previous Toyota campaign maybe about a year ago, because it was winter. It actually begins with Dear Winter. I read it a few months back. I'm not sure if Steve French is doing this one. Maybe I should message him. Is this you? Let's look at the script. Dear Freedom, let's go. Let's go. 2 seconds of space while they show the vehicle. With the confidence knowing that tomorrow's road, again with the upspeak there, with the confidence knowing that tomorrow's road, will be better than today's. Will be better than today's. So there's a lift there on tomorrow's road. ... Will be better than today's. Now the next three words are kind of tricky because all three of them need to be billboarded or highlighted or given their space to shine. So Onward, Venza, Toyota, let's go places. So it's a little tricky right in that three-word area. Onward, Venza, Toyota. So you got to make sure that all three of them feel different. They're not the same. Three words, two syllables. Make sure that the two syllables you do each time are not the same note. Otherwise, it just sounds like cut and paste. Onward, Venza, Toyota, let's go places. So there's a little bit of male bravado. Dear freedom. It's not full-on movie trailer. Dear freedom. It's not full-on movie trailer. This fall. Seinfeld. Dear freedom. It's not quite that deep. Shang-Chi. Dear freedom. Let's go. Yeah. The way I said go felt weird. Dear freedom. Let's go. With the confidence knowing that tomorrow's road, it feels too pretentious to me. With the confidence, yeah, that's better. It felt a little bit too big, pretentious. Dear freedom, let's go. Faster. Dear freedom, let's go. With the confidence knowing that tomorrow's road will be better than today's. Onward. Venza. Toyota. Let's go places. Toyota. Let's go places. Let's read it again. Dear freedom. Let's go. With the confidence knowing that tomorrow's road will be better than today's. Will be better than today's. Onward. Venza. Toyota. Let's go places. I like this. One more dry read. Dear freedom. Let's go. Let's go. With the confidence knowing that tomorrow's road will be better than today's. Onward. Venza. Toyota. Let's go places. Toyota. Let's try it. Lucky sip of coffee. Fix my hair. Dear freedom. Let's go. With the confidence knowing that tomorrow's road will be better than today's. Onward. Venza. Toyota. Let's go places. And I feel good about that. Yeah. And that's class. Thanks for joining us. Oh, yeah, my note here. Okay. Perpetual student is a phrase that I've been using for maybe close to a year. Perpetual student, meaning no matter what age I get to, no matter how good I might think I am, there's always more to learn. And I think that applies to everybody. Even professional athletes still have coaches and are still learning things. So I want to be a perpetual student, always be learning. I actually took a workshop that ended an hour ago. And it was with a different instructor. I've never met this person before, and I thought it was good. And I was with the instructor and 5 other voice actors, and we read for TV trailers, TV promo, and movie trailers. And I was a student, and it was good. Perpetual student. Now that's different than the term professional student. Professional student generally is a bad thing, and that means that you're just always kind of in classes and you never really step up to the plate. You never really do it. There's nothing wrong with taking classes, but sometimes being a professional student kind of suffers from paralysis. You know, the lack of for whatever reason, unwillingness or an ability to kind of get moving or to step forward and do it. So just be aware of that. Not professional student, but perpetual student. Always be learning, always be aware of things and humble enough to admit that, okay, I might be pretty good at this, but I bet you there's something else that I can learn. And I think that's always going to be the case. One of my favorite quotes, I've heard different musicians, I've read different musicians say this in articles, that the more they learn on their instrument, on the guitar, the more they discover that they have a lot, the more they discover how much they don't know. It's so playing an instrument is almost an endless. You can be really good at playing one style of music, and then now try and play bebop or try and play it, a chicken picking country licks kind of thing, and then oh boy, you have so much to learn. So always be learning, ABL. Always be learning. Thanks for hanging with me these last 12 months. Before I recorded this, I listened to my first video that I did 12 months ago, and I got about 10 minutes into it, and already I'm seeing I watched it. I've seen it months previously, but I recognize that there are ways that I would read things differently, and I look at that and I think, ooh, I should have done this or I should have done that. But recognize that as you record things and you put them out there, it's an accurate representation of where you are in that moment. And there's nothing wrong with that. And so, 6 months from now, you're going to be better. You're going to sound different. And that's okay. There are things on my YouTube channel, and you can look them up. They're maybe a couple of years old, and I think, ooh, that sounds old. I should get rid of that. But then I also think, well, maybe I'll leave it on there because it's just a reminder of what I sounded like a few years ago, and that I'm still learning. I'm still evolving, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So allow yourself that. Don't be so difficult on yourself. And then on the other hand, I'm proud of myself because I did this for 12 months. If there's a creative thing that you've been kind of procrastinating, get off your butt and do it. Because if I can make one YouTube video a month for a year, one video a month, hopefully that can inspire you to do something that maybe you've been kind of dragging your feet about. Do it. You're a creative person. Work on it. Get it out there. And even after you release it, a month later, you look at it and you think, oh, I could have done better. Okay, that's okay too. So do it better. Remix it. They remix things all the time, musically speaking. Is this the end of my monthly series? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have given that away. Oh, yeah, probably. I'm never going to do this again. No, of course. I have fun doing these. And I hope to continue learning and evolving. This video production thing. I love video production. I'm not that great at it. It takes me a while. If you look at some of my earlier videos from a year ago, I used to produce and put all kinds of things in them because of this tangential personality I have. I hear things and I think, oh, that would be a great idea. Let's put that in. And then it takes me a week and a half to produce the video. I've kind of made this deal with myself, which is, okay, let's not put that much production into the video and let's get it out instead of it being this big monumental thing. So, but I encourage you to embrace your creativity and work on these projects and get them out there. And it feels good to look at what you've done for the last 12 months. And I'm going to keep going and I'm going to try and get better and maybe inspire people or help people along the way. Hey, before I leave, I want to read this message that I got, and let me see if I didn't have it queued up. Let me see if I can find it. It's a really cool and encouraging message that I got. And show you how much I'm just kind of winging this because I don't even have it queued up. Okay, if I can't find it, I'm just going to paraphrase. Okay, I'm not mentioning any names, but I'm just going to share this with you, and I'm going to respect this person's privacy, his or her privacy. So I'm going to read this message there. Hey there, Domingo. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I just wanted to share with you that I booked and recorded my first national commercial today. That's awesome. My first national commercial. It's going to air on one of the blank network's channels, so I'm not going to say the name of the network. It's a commercial for one of the sponsors of a TV show. I'll leave it at that. I'm not sure when I can post about it. Not sure when he can say it publicly, but I wanted to share a career milestone with you privately. Thanks for your encouragement and inspiration. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I love hearing success stories, and if I can inspire or motivate or help you in any way, or if I have helped you in any way, that's great. Even if I don't even know it, that's a great thing. Yeah, I don't necessarily need the recognition. Although if you want to shoot me a message and say, hey, I booked this thing because of you, or you're helping me, of course I love hearing that. But I don't need it. You don't have to message me, as long as you and I know that we do this together and that we're working at it, we're getting better, and we're just kind of baby steps moving along. And sometimes not a baby step, sometimes even a bigger step too. Okay, month 12. Thanks for hanging with me. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Upspeak again. Take care.